What is up, responsible day traders? Today is Monday, January 25th, 2021. I'm Lindsay Duff, and this is Responsible Day Trading. So I just traded one trade today and it worked out pretty well. I'm really liking using those first two contracts, taking the 5 points or the first two contracts, second contract, kind of play with it. Sometimes I'll rotate those if I'm feeling really confident about the push being really hard. I'll move the two contract one further off and the one contract one closer in. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. We do have the 50% off the 75 Freedom account at UProfit Trader. That will last until the end of this month. So we just got a few more days, guys, to get in there and get that 50% off the 75 Freedom account. And that is lifetime. So that's awesome, right? I also did trade Thursday night. I didn't put the video out, really just was so busy Friday and I just didn't want to do it over the weekend. So I'm probably not going to put that video out. I actually did really well. It was something like 25 points. But I am going to put it in the vault. I'll edit it and put it in the vault, but I'm not going to put it out on, I just don't feel like it. So it'll be there for those of you who are in the vault. And there's actually some really, really, really good lessons in there. So I hope you enjoy it, man. I've been doing some really serious, deep thought about trading at night. My face is shining. I'm sorry. I put some nice little oils on my face this morning. Anyways, I have been doing some really deep thought about trading overnight. Now, when I say trading overnight, I don't mean trading overnight all night, holding overnight. I mean, after the market reopens at 5 p.m. my time, just seeing if a couple of trades are there if I can't trade during the day. I actually think it'll open up my time during the day a little bit. Who knows? Maybe I'll like it. So I liked today's one trade. I like having a lot more contracts on there, or having the bigger target and being able to really stay in focus for that bigger target. I had some issues this morning. I came in and I don't know why sometimes NinjaTrader just goes to a sim license key, and then I have to go plug in my license key. Then I have to reset my connections, which is not a big deal because now I know all of that stuff. Like boom, 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 I can do it without thinking twice, and I get it set back up in a few minutes, but it also takes away a lot of my settings. I'll hear the order filled, order canceled, and that'll throw me off just a little bit. I had to go through and take all that off of there and make sure that it wasn't telling me that I needed to give permission before I entered the trade, because I definitely didn't want to do that. All right, well, that's gonna wrap it up. I hope everybody has a wonderful Monday. And as always, enjoy the show. Hello there, responsible day traders. It is Monday. This morning when I was looking at everything, when I'm looking at the news and just what we have for the week, I was definitely thinking we would be seeing more up. I still feel that way, okay? I just didn't expect it to pull back like it did here. And it gave a nice little pullback to an area that it held several times. This is the ES, but it doesn't matter. You can see when I change this over to the MES, there is literally no change except for the fact that I have some different drawings on there. What I'm looking at here, right? We had this tiny, tiny little bar where it was at the top of the Bollinger Bands. Actually, it was this one right here, which tells us more down. So it was a little, anticipatory of this bar the next day, kind of pulling down, and then it started to push back up. Now we haven't made it up to that high. The BB's turning purple, so it's turning to the downward color, right? And it will be very easy to cross the bottom Bollinger Band. At the same breath, though, it's not going to be hard to cross the top Bollinger Band. So what I want to do is take a look at a few things before we really get started, okay? This close so far is fairly high on the bar. It would have to really do some work, push down here. I mean, well, not much work, but to come back down to where it was before. We're creating what looks like it could be a reversal bar. So it's almost like this right here. Tiny little bars pushed up just a little more, and even in this next one pushed up more, but how it just pulls back way back here, but then continues to the upsides. Let's look at our bigger chart. Okay, so this is the 10,946 on the ES. It is a 67.65 on the MES. We did see reason for more up here this morning. I was like, well, we're going to see more up, and it did. It continued up, but man, it hit that high again and just smoked to the downside. We did have a low right here. It was a higher low for sure. But we still, I look at where those major holdups, especially right in here, where it pulled down and it just couldn't push through, made that W pivot and gave us a nice strong move up. I have taken this chart one step up, and I'm also looking at one step up which is the 17,711. It's almost like it's a lucky number, right? It's the 28,657 on the ES. It's the 17,711 on the MES. Now, this is a large chart, right? But we've seen some pretty large swings. And looking at this chart, you can see how these areas hold up. We still have MACDs leading higher. If we look through here, the MACDs are leading higher each time. The price is leading higher. This is where you can really see the overall of where were those larger pullbacks? Where did they happen? And then we have more of a kind of a trend line that we can look at between that and say, oh, okay. So that pullback was definitely expected. Now, there's a couple of different scenarios that can go by. We can kind of bounce back between here, maybe even come down, make another W pivot like we see in here, and move to the upside, okay? Which is more of what I anticipate than not, honestly. But let's talk a little bit about the other scenario, okay? And the other scenario, obviously, is not going up, but going down, where we come down, reach here or exceed it, and then pull back, and boom, off to the races, to the downside. And these are big, big, big charts. So with something trading such a large chart like this, the risk is definitely going to have to be a little bit different on something like that. But what I'm looking for is what can my smaller charts give me with knowing what my larger charts are telling me about the overall, okay? And the reason I have these pulled so tight in is I don't want to get too locked into any one bar on the 144. So I've got them pulled a little bit close together, and it helps me concentrate more on the MACDs than on the price, which has really been giving more of the signals. This would be the long if I was going to take it right here at the bottom Bollinger Band. Just don't love the zero line being right here, although it hasn't held at all. I think we...
Order filled.
Oh, that's going to frustrate me. We're going to change that in just a moment.
Target filled.
Okay, we're going to change that. This is a good chance to pull back. we're gonna go ahead and take the 4
Target filled.
take the 4 point, and I'm gonna fix that because I cannot stand when it does that. That is under database management. No. Okay. So it had some more oomph in it. I could see that right here. I'm not getting back in. Got a little distracted by all the noise. I don't know why. Like last night I had it open, no problem. Today I opened it up and it had me on a sim account, which I just had to put in my license key. And reset up my connections, which was a little frustrating, I won't lie. But it's happened to me a couple times. I'm guessing it's something going on with my computer. So I don't think I'm gonna come back to this. Guys, I did trade one day last week. I haven't shared the video yet, mainly because I traded Thursday night and I was just exhausted, and it's so hard to come back to these videos after. But let me show you what I did. Hold on. Here they are, actually. And you can see I even marked it up. 5 trades, 1 loss, 4 wins, 23.75 points. I let these pull back way too far. Really could have either held. I'm working on holding through the pullback, okay, when I'm expecting a big move. And I held these just a little too far. So not bad. Not bad, you know. But that was Thursday night. I will put that video out for you. I'm probably not going to put it on YouTube. I'll probably just put it in the vault. So I'll make sure and have that one out. I think I can work on it tonight. So I'll have that out for you. All right. Oh, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. I gotta go. I'll be back later. So I know I said I was done back here. I did have the one trade for 13.75 points, but as I was starting to edit my video, which it is, I don't even know, it's like 7:30 at night. So I am not putting this out until tomorrow, even though I say I won't be around. I will be gone all day Tuesday, but I will get this out in the morning. As I was starting to edit my video before I had quite a few calls to take care of, and right at the end of the day, I did take this. I took a couple of trades. Let me pull this over here so we can look at them together. You can see the first one. I knew I jumped the gun just a little bit. Now I had my risk set. It's always going to start off at 2.5 points. I pulled it in just a little behind here. I did get stopped out for 6 points. But the good thing about this too is that I did turn around and I took a 3 contract and then I added on another contract. So this is how that came about. Now it throws me off a little bit sometimes with that extra contract, because the way it pulls out, it groups those last 2 together. Anyways, the first exit, that was minus 2.5, or I'm sorry, plus 2.5 points. Definitely not minus, plus 2.5 points. The next exit was 4.5 points. And then I had my 2 contracts right here. So it took it out for 3.25 and 2.75. So for a total of 6 points. So that's going to make for really 4 trades. There's 1, 2, 3, and 1 extra contract. So it's 4 different transactions, 20.75 points. Okay. All right, guys and gals, you can see it is dark. You can see it's 7:44. I'm exhausted. I've had a lot going on. It's my parents' anniversary. Happy anniversary to them. It's 53 years, I believe. Either 52 or 53, but I think it's 53 this year. You can see it's late. I'm gonna finish this up tomorrow. I'll do it in the morning. before I go to my hair appointment, because I am getting my hair cut for the first time tomorrow in a year. I only get my hair cut once a year, and I'll be doing that tomorrow. That's it, guys. I hope everybody has a wonderful day. I won't see y'all tomorrow. Wednesday, if I do trade, it'll be a little bit in the morning. I have a lot on my schedule for Wednesday. I have a lot on my schedule for Thursday, which is why I've been looking at evenings some, because that's when things slow down a little. The problem becomes these videos, getting them done and getting them out. So I think it's become very time consuming, and I really want to be able to put my time and energy on things that are really important for moving this whole thing, moving all of us forward. So, all right, guys, hope everybody has the most magnificent Monday, wonderful Tuesday. As always, guys, I look forward to catching you on the profitable side. I love spending time with you, so please like and subscribe. Also, if you want to spend a little more time with me, head on over to www.responsibledaytrading.com, click on the Start Your Free Course and Learn How to Get Funded button, and set up a time to talk with one of our traders. And before you know it, we'll be spending a lot of time together.